It's time for the keys to life. I'll say keys to life. You say. Come on, y'all can do better. Kari's not here, but if y'all could just, go ahead and move through him and say, if I say keys to life, you say, all right. See, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Number one, prepare for the season. Prepare for the season. We talk about seasons a lot, so I hope that you would be in the moment and understand exactly what I mean by that. No matter what season you're in, what season you are going into, what season you are coming out of, spiritually, after a while, you should be able to sense the season. You should be able to understand what season you're in. If you are gaining in this season, you are not gaining to just gain, but you are gaining to pool, to save, to put a piece to the side, a piece of joy to the side, a piece of love to the side, a piece of money to the side. You are investing in your spiritual future, because there will come a season where you will not have. And you will need to pull that love. You will need to pull that money. You will need to pull that joy. You will need to remind yourself of something that will make you smile, that will make you laugh, that will make you excited. The fact that you just pull money aside is not enough. You need to have that moment when you don't understand why the family member died, why this didn't work out that way. You still need to remember what he is and who he is and what he gave you. And then not only that, remember the good times that you had with that specific person. I tell people all the time that you have to learn how to love people even when they don't love you. You have to spend time with people even when they get on your nerves, because if you can sense it, that time is changing, that people get older and things happen and life happens, and you'll never know. So when you get off the phone, don't get off the phone and say something nasty. Let that be the last thing you say. But to, even if you I can't take it, you can't take it, all right, I love you, bye. Say you gotta say it with attitude, but I love you, bye. So that the last thing you say is not you can do this, you can go here, and you can have that. I promise you, it makes a difference, because there are some people that deal with parenting, losing their parents, and they deal with losing this particular person and that particular person. And when people ask me about how I feel when I lost this and I lost that, I said I have a lot of joy. I have a lot of peace. I have a lot of peace because I knew and I could sense the season changing. Not only could I sense the season changing, I could remember myself in bad times saying, okay, I love you, bye. I could remember myself doing things that maybe I didn't feel like doing, but that I needed to do. I remember myself making sure that my children were in a specific place at a specific time so that they could experience what I experienced. I remember making sure my parent was in a specific place at a specific time so that they could have that experience. I remember the times of driving and going to the movies and doing the certain things, and then at the day of, they asked me if I wanted to go out. No, I don't want to go out. No, y'all let me know when it closes. Y'all let me know when it's finished, because all I have is a picture of grace. All I have is a picture of joy. All I have is the last days. I have the moments of time spent. And so I need you to think about these things, because what most people don't do is they don't take the time, and time does not stay for anyone. And so what I want you to do when it comes to making money, pull some aside. When it comes to memories, pull some aside. One of the greatest things you can possibly do in this day and age is record and have pictures and remember good times. Because there are moments when you're going to need what? That picture and those videos to remind you of what? Good times. Of what somebody has done and what somebody has been to you, because they being something else right now. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get that in your mind. All right, but I'm going to move on because that was a long one. But number 2, stay humble and don't burn bridges. Stay humble and don't burn bridges. One of the things that I learned a long time ago is not to burn bridges. What I mean by that is you can leave somewhere and leave on a good note. You don't have, I can't take no. You know, now that I left, which I want to let you know a couple. No, you don't want to do that. No, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you are not that big, and you will never know who you will need and when you will what? Need them. And you are blocking blessings because God created you to be something else, and you're showing something else. And so therefore, when God wants the person to do something for you, he's like, I don't want, they willing to take the no, giving the no to God because of how they feel about how you made them feel. See, here's a key, and this is something specific, and this is what I want you to think about because most people don't think about this. If you're all saved, and I can hear God and you can hear God, and you give me your butt to kiss, and the moment that I think about you and God says, give them $50, you need that $50. I say, God, I need this $50. Oh, my kid need. I could justify it. Now, does that make it not a sin? Absolutely not. Am I in sin? Absolutely. Do I feel better? Absolutely. One of the reasons why you have to see, nobody is real with you. I want to be real with you. This is what you literally do. You will crucify your whole situation for how you feel about it that you can't bring back because the person don't need $50 2 weeks from now when you got your emotions together. You were supposed to do something when you were supposed to do it, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that person that needed it. And the needed person gave you their butt to kiss, and God said, that's not who I am, and you are my hands and my voice in this world. And so you did something that's making it hard for me to do what I need to do. Even though I can make a way out of no way, I can do all the things, I want you to feel what you did. And therefore he doesn't do anything outside of telling the person, the one person. See, you don't know what God chooses to allow to happen. So therefore, one of the reasons why the Bible says give 7, give 8, because you don't know when and where. You have to learn how to be consistent in every season. Because when you're consistent in every season, you will always be what? Sowing, so you should always what? Be reaping. But if you're not consistent in joy, you're not consistent in peace, you're not consistent in all these different things, you will burn bridges, you will change relationships, you will stop showing who God is, and people like, that ain't God, ain't even acting like God, I don't need this. And then all of a sudden you lose what God was planning to do, or God has to go 2 weeks, 7 weeks later and move it around, and he still expects you to have what? Faith. See, the game didn't change, you changed. The Bible stays the same. I ordered someone to bless you. You canceled the blessing. They said, no, Lord, I sent someone else, but that person won't be here for 2 weeks. So you got to wait, what? 2 weeks. You need it now. Stop burning bridges. This is chess, not checkers. You really like tit for tat, like tit for tat. I'm matching energy. Stop matching energies, please. I know it's cool. I know it's the thing of the season and everything. Don't match energies. We don't do that here. We do not do that here. You have to be who he called you to be. When you are what the other person is, you have capped your maturity, you have capped your blessing, you have capped your success, you have capped everything. So you'll never be more than they are. Because you said, I'm only going to give what you give. I'm only going to be what you are. And so therefore, we live on the same maturity, the same financial, same giving, the same spiritual, the same sowing. We live on the same everything. I don't want to live on the same everything as everybody. So therefore, I plan on doing what? More, so that I can be the example, and God can say, oh, well, if you don't want to do it, I'm going to send this person. They're going to take this, and we're going to do this. I got to get him because he still believes. He still works, and he still, you don't get too high. You ain't, trust me, don't read it. Don't read your press clippings. It's just, it's not worth it. It's not. Don't give yourself 17 high fives on the thing that you did. Move on amicably. All right, let's go ahead. All right, number 3, because I kind of wasted a lot of time. I'm a little low on time. I got 4 minutes to do number 3. Cleo, back up. Give. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. All right, do it now. Do it now. One of the things that I need you to understand is that we wait for the right time. We wait for the right movements. We wait for the right everything. And while you're waiting for the right thing, you are wasting time. Oh, because if this gets right, then I can do this, and then I erase that. And you keep erasing your beginnings like it didn't happen when everybody had a beginning. Like you did make 18 takes to do what you did to get to here. Don't erase that, because it's called a beginning. Everybody had a beginning when it didn't look that professional. But the whole idea is for somebody to see you gradually get better. So don't worry about somebody to see how far you've come in such the amount of time that you've been doing what you're doing. Stop waiting for it to happen. Can I explain something to you? This is a mortal body. And it can't wait for everything. It can't wait for you to decide that you're going to start doing stuff. For example, for me, I was like, when I turn 50, I'm going to start my yoga, beginner's yoga, and my beginning, kicking out. And, because I don't want to be, I always say I don't want to be older like this and walking like this. I don't want to do that. I want to be like this, and I want to, still, I want everybody to think I'm always 20 years younger than whatever it is that I am. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, if I got grandkids, which I don't need any, but if I got some, I don't need any. That's a statement, if y'all watching. To understand that I want to be able to still, I throw you the ball, you throw me the ball. I want to be able to go for it. I don't, I already got, knee surgery. I don't need no extra problems. So Saturday morning, I woke up, I felt stiff, wasn't working. I said, you know what, let's just do this. I got in front of the TV, and I'm like, for some men, take more time than others to say, I can do these type of moves and and not feel like weird. So I'm that. So, they telling you to do these things and these things, and I'm doing these things, and I'm down like here. I'm doing all the movements, and then 2 suns come down. My butt's in the air. I'm trying to do all the moves. The youngest one say, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm stretching. And just leave me alone. The other one was like, I don't even know what's still going on. But you understand, I was doing and I was like, afterward, I felt absolutely amazing. I did. But I said, just let me do it now. I'm waiting to say, I'm going to wait till I don't know what's going to happen between this time and then. Like, let me get my life together now. I need you to get this in your mind, and this is the last phrase, the last moment, the last thing I'm going to say about it, is there's never really going to be a good time for anything. You're just going to have to go and do it. Don't wait for the time to be right to say I'm sorry. Don't wait till the time is right to get your life together. Oh, in the next relationship, I'm going to start being better. Be better now. I'm going to exercise. No, exercise now. Like, go home and do something. Like, literally just go do it so that you can be better the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after that and the month after that and the year after that. And those are the keys to life.